All great franchises have a fourth chapter. Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Rocky 4. And in keeping with that proud tradition, we here at the AMPU Studios are happy to present amorephillyunion Season 4. And we are your hosts. I'm E.
I'm C.
I'm Paul. And I'm doing my best not to say, I must break you.
Go for
And you
it.
failed.
It's like getting your kids to play the silent game in the car. It lasts about 2 seconds.
Yep. I lost.
Lost on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
Wow.
back. We're back, kids.
It's been I don't know. It's been a restful, I guess.
Restful question mark. Yeah.
Hiatus, our perennial break here between seasons. We hope everybody out there had good holidays. Hopefully the New Year's off to a good start. All the good things. We didn't see our shadow, so we are going to get this season started. I don't know, early, but we're going to get started. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about. Christy did a ton of homework. I feel like the kids on the bus who did nothing, and then here comes like the smart girl, like, "Hey, can I borrow your homework really quick? Because I didn't do anything."
Story of my life.
But yeah, right. So a bunch of stuff has happened. We're going to talk about as much of it as we can, and in the run up to the season, which is not far away at all.
So believe it or not, games actually start on February 18th. That's not league or regular season. That's Champions Cup. Which, mercifully, if you did listen to our last episode of last season, that game was supposed to have been tonight as we record.
Really? God,
yeah.
I totally forgot about
Yeah,
that.
that's right. It was supposed to be early February.
Yeah. Now, it was always going to be at their stadium, and by there, I mean...
Lower latitudes.
Defense...
Defense Force FC.
I was going to say that, and it didn't sound right. Defense Force FC.
I'm looking at the
It's total like anime vibes. You know, like
it's
Defense Force
bizarre.
FC, go!
It's bizarre.
You know?
Yeah. But that said, our...
Defense Force FC!
My God. Our first regular season game is actually... only 3 days later, on the 21st. So, and that's against DC.
In DC.
In DC.
So it's away.
And that means, well, let's get right into it.
Yeah,
so,
let's talk about the changes.
Let me just,
I'm not sure exactly which piece of news caused the sigh there, because there's about 4.
Well, there's 4.
It rhymes with sigh.
There's 4, which I'm going to get into in a second, but I would like to say that I do think...
It could rhyme with sigh.
I think that the Philadelphia Union leads the league in...
heartbreak.
reducing expectations
in the offseason
and making fans unexcited for the coming season by making real questionable moves.
Gainer
at least
Martinez doesn't excite you?
Who?
The 23-year-old defensive phenom that they just picked up today and announced today?
Didn't even get that far. But
I added it to the notes.
thank you. I appreciate that. But I'm talking more about our old friends who we lost in the off season.
Yeah.
And
4-1 out.
Yeah.
4 out.
Let's scratch open these mosquito bites again. Or
so to go in order of departure. I thought these dates were significant because it was just like little blows to the heart all the way through. So December 15th.
I'm reading this list real quick, and every single one, it's like, oh my God, I forgot about this. And it's just like another like re-stab in my heart. But let's go.
Yeah,
Stab
it was a sad
1.
Sunday to go through all this again. But December 15th, Jakob Glesnes to the LA Galaxy.
That was a kick in the pants. I did not.
None of us necessarily saw it coming.
That one
The
hurts.
money. I can only assume the money was just so good.
Well, you know what I didn't actually pick up until I was redoing this was it was for up to 2.2 million, but it was for Glesnes and quote unquote academy prospect Jamie Johnson, who
Yep.
I don't know enough about to comment, but I didn't realize it wasn't just for Glesnes. I actually thought that was just for him. So interesting.
And the payment is spread out over 2 seasons, I believe.
Okay.
And it's yeah, like I said, I mean, he's 32, 31, something like that. So he's still got
Glesnes.
he's still got a number of years at a high level ahead
Especially
of
as a
him.
defender.
Yeah, exactly.
But, up to 2 million, that's actually not a bad deal for him. I mean,
No.
2 years off of the defender of the year, he's certainly, this is a chance to get something for him, and I will definitely miss him. I will absolutely miss that man in the back. Just
100%.
the solidity, him and Blake made that defense solid.
Yeah. And then just throw in just the wonderful personality. I know it's kind of like our mom here. Like,
and his kids are adorable.
I know. I mean,
well, I will say that we did, post something as a podcast on social media, and he did respond to us and now follows the pod on Instagram.
Aww.
Jacob, we miss you. We hope you totally keep LA from spiraling like they did last season. I'm sure you can. And whenever you want to come back to Philly, we welcome you with open arms.
Yep. Pretty much. So I actually kind of feel bad for Allie too, because they're very close, seem very close. See my pals. So
and he just added on like 6 more hours of transit time to go back to Norway to fish. And
I wonder if he still does that. That would be amazing.
Hey, if we get him on the podcast,
we'll find out. We'll find out.
So Jacob, hey, pencils in at some point.
Yeah.
Door is open.
Door is always open. So 2 days later, Tai Baribo.
This one,
to quote Men in Blazers, and it would get worse.
Yeah, and this is why I sighed when I saw that we were starting our season against DC United, because that's going to be just cold and pain in the heart for that one. Up to just trips me out, but up to 4.6 million.
Yeah.
And that's no qualifiers on that, no academy prospects, no anything else. So
I mean, I think he's got some performance metrics he has to hit to get the full 4.6, but either way, I think it's close to 4 million even without the performance metrics. Like that's a hefty chunk of change. DC splashed some money this offseason.
And plus, I guess now
they feel they have to. I'm sorry, go ahead.
DC's not going to be the Benteke's DC United. Nope. It's now going to be Tai Baribo's DC United.
They went and dropped, I want to say, $12 or $15 million on another striker.
That's right. I would still call him that. But
to the Union's fans, it will be, Tai Baribo's DC United.
That's going to be interesting to see if they boo him. I don't think they will. You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. Because I'm trying to think of like
but it's
when
DC.
Like when Elliot came back with
I know, but I don't know. DC has a different vibe than maybe not than Chicago, but we have been chippy with Chicago lately. So
we've been. But the Baribo trade, that didn't totally catch me off guard because there was already rumblings that he might be leaving and
through like the whole last part of the season.
I mean, it still stung when it happened, but I wasn't like it was not as blindsiding as Glesnes was.
I will just say, please, in the future, don't sell the guys to the your Eastern Conference rivals as much. Don't sell them to anybody in the Eastern Conference would be better. At least Glesnes, went to the Western Conference, but it's just going to be rough running into them as many times as you are.
Yeah, that's for sure. So, and then January 2nd, the other half of the Tai Kai said goodbye. Rhyme, semi-intentional. With Kai Wagner going to Birmingham City FC, which is in the championship or second level of the league in England. So
good on it.
For an undisclosed transfer fee, which I found mysterious.
Yeah, nobody's really announced what that was, or
the fee is mysterious and important.
Yeah, there's been some rumors out there, but they're all just rumors at this point. And
Yeah.
I had heard that apparently that there was a clause in his most recent contract that if a team in a certain leagues were to come with a certain value bid, that the union would accept it. It would not stop Kai from going elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess they backed the truck up.
I guess. I don't know. He did have an assist in his first outing with them too.
That was
I did
awesome.
see that.
Yeah, I was glad to hear that.
Yeah.
And he's gotten at least one goal for them as well.
And he did write a lovely
He
departure
did.
note. So
He
that
did.
was nice.
I love that he called out his neighbors. I mean, everybody knows how he and his family got along with his neighbors, but that was just great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah. Another open invitation whenever he wants to come on the pod.
Yeah, exactly.
Although we got to link up with him, I guess, at some point. But
We can torture him with our bad German.
Yeah. Oh man.
Auf Deutsch, auf Deutsch.
Yeah.
We'll do better in English.
At least he transferred out of the league. I mean, it's a small consolation. I mean, with Ty going down to DC, it's like, ow, that hurts. But at least Kai, different league. Actually, isn't Championship League? That's also the same one that Wrexham United, Wrexham.
Are they in the championship?
I think they're already there. Aren't they? They're like on the doorstep of Premier League, I think. I could be wrong.
I would honestly have to look it up, but I think you had told me that.
I'm going to wager a cup of coffee that they are in the same league together.
Don't make me Google.
So,
I don't want fixtures. I want.
Yeah, they're in Birmingham City's division. So, yeah, they're in championship.
Getting a cup of coffee.
And they're currently in 6th.
Birmingham City? Or
Wrexham is.
Wrexham. Yeah.
Birmingham is in 13th.
So, and then finally, Mikael Uhre. I don't know. I was fully surprised. I think after the other 3, though, it was sort of like, reopening the cut and pouring in more salt. But he was out of contract. And he did sign for a Danish club. So I'm wondering if he wanted to go back home, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I would try to pronounce the name, but I simply cannot without insulting someone. So
he's going back to the Danish Super League. Right?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. So I just can't pronounce this club name. I'll try. Midtjylland.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
We'll go with that. Somebody feel free to correct me politely. So that was a lot of loss.
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue pluses and minuses all over the place. I think, I don't know, Kai and Tai probably, like from a team success standpoint, Kai and Tai feel like the biggest losses, but Jakob too. I wasn't always, has been shaky for a while, I feel like. When he was good, and when he didn't get own goals or anything, it wasn't like he was bad. There was just times when I didn't feel like he made as much of a difference. Droughts would be,
I think in terms of overall, just the bang for buck on the team. For me, it's both it's Glesnes and Wagner. Those two, like Baribo, we got other elements that can kind of move into this position, maybe not as well, but we're not left with such a vacuum. Like Glesnes and Wagner, those two going, it's like, I mean, I don't even know who we could bring in that I feel like would be the equivalent of replacing those two.
Because they were kind of like the spirit of the team in a lot of ways. Glesnes was the solidity, and Kai was a bit of the fire. Especially when he got angry.
Yeah,
you wouldn't like
him when he's angry.
So it was definitely to see them both go. It does feel like it's 4 major parts of the. Maybe not. You could argue either Tai or Uhre would be a starter, one of the two of them, but it feels like it's at least 3 starters out of the lineup.
Yeah.
If I could get one of them back, my heart choice would be Jakob. My head choice would be Kai.
Yeah,
That's
I
fair.
agree on that one, actually. Yeah.
I mean, Tai is very good, but I also had this feeling just watching him throughout the season that he is extremely good under very specific conditions.
He's streaky. Yeah.
So I felt like, like things had to align in a certain way. I didn't feel like there was as much versatility there. Now, when they did align, they aligned incredibly well, but I don't know.
And it looks like there's one more transfer. Paul, we're transferring you to the Seeing
What?
Red New York Red Bulls podcast.
No.
So
No, I'll retire. Thanks, everybody. It's been fun.
You got
See ya.
to make your very heartfelt social post about, I'm always going to be amorephillyunion. No.
Forever Philly.
Yeah.
Forever Philly.
We have to put like something in our social
In
podcast,
memoriam.
like, you'll never believe why Paul's leaving the podcast, lead in with that.
Okay.
Nobody's
You guys
in
are
there.
so punchy. I don't even know what to do with you.
It's going to be a long season.
All right. Look, we still have a lot to get through.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So options not picked up, probably most notable was Chris Donovan.
Yeah.
I was a little
Wow.
surprised to see that. But also Oliver Semla, Nick Pariano, and Isaiah LaFleur, which I think all of those were a little less surprising. I mean, I wasn't knocked down by Chris Donovan not getting picked up again. So no puns intended, but but I was a little surprised to see that.
Yeah, that one I was surprised.
Yeah, I mean, like he's been struggling getting playing time. He was always a 4th or 5th striker on the depth chart, but probably a bit of he wants to pursue something else, get some other opportunities for more regular play time. Yeah, but I would agree. Out of those names, he was definitely the one who saw the most time with the first team and on the field in game day, and the others. Obviously Semla ran into some issues on the limited playing time that he had on the main team, but the other two, I don't know that Isaiah ever suited up with the full squad. But yeah,
Maybe once. Yeah.
Making room for the next round of young players, I think.
Yeah. So I will say, while we're mentioning Chris Donovan, he did get married between the holidays. So
nice.
Congratulations to him and his bride. So one loan to report, that's Neil Pierre through June to Lyngby Bold Club, which I think we've butchered before on this podcast, which is effectively our Danish sister team, I think, at this point. Or brother team, I don't know how that works, but yeah, but they did specifically say through June, so I guess that could just be a bit of a boot camp situation for him. So time to get into the new folks. Since we last spoke.
We had some leave, and now we have some come in.
Yeah. So we have Ezekiel Alado, a forward from Sweden's top division. Allsvenskan.
Nice.
20 years old. Ghanaian nationality. And quote unquote largest transfer fee in club history. They did not specify, because I'm guessing somebody listened to me trying to do math last season.
That, or they're pretending to be a championship level English team.
Yeah. So he is guaranteed through 2028 with club options for 2029 and 2030, which just sounds somehow like very much like the future, even though we're in 2026 now. But
It is interesting how many of the contracts come in with those 1 and 2 year options because as we'll talk through the rest of them, there's a couple. It shows up a couple more times. But the word on this guy is that he's really good. He's really promising, and we'll have to see. I haven't gotten to see any of the preseason games, so I don't know if he's lived up to any of that hype.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Let's hope. And next up would be Finn Sundstrom, and no, not from Sweden. It's American defender coming to us from DC United, 19 years old. Babies, I tell you.
Yeah.
The babies. And same thing through 2028, club options 2029, 2030. In exchange for the club's natural, it said, first round selection in the 2020.
Meaning it's the one that the team would have been awarded by the league, not one that they traded to get.
Gotcha, understand. Okay. 2028 super draft. And he did promising note, went to the January camp for the US U20 team.
Camp Cupcake, as they call it. It's where they
Why?
It's because they bring in a lot of players that they may not be serious consideration, but they want to see what they can do, and it tends to be a less stressful national team camp because there's less to play for at that point in the national calendar. But that's not to say that it's easy to get into. It's not. And so good for him for getting in there. And, since the Union rarely actually used their MLS Super Draft picks, I'm glad they got something for them. And a 19-year-old US U20 player, that's quality.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, I really want there to be a place called Camp Cupcake because I can smell the baked goods from here. That's the world I'm going to live in. Okay, let's keep going.
Hold on, please hold. I'm trying to figure something out here. So this is going to be an edit for you, dear.
She's trying to figure out how to possibly get it back on track after that.
She's actually searching right now to see if whatever that New York Red Bulls podcast actually would take.
Apparently, the Alderson Federal Prison Camp, FPC Alderson, is known as Camp Cupcake. Take a tour of America's cushiest prison.
Oh my gosh.
Apparently, it's where Martha Stewart went.
That's appropriate, though. She went to Camp Cupcake.
Okay. Are you done?
I'm done.
Weirdos. Okay. Next up, Jaffe Sari Larsen.
Also
Good job.
not Swedish.
Defender. Dual citizen of Denmark and Cote d'Ivoire.
Cote d'Ivoire.
Is coming to us from Norway's first tier team, SK Brann, or Sportsklubben Brann. Nice. I'm saying that very much in my faux German accent. 25 years old, so an oldie Olderson compared to the others. Another through 2028-29 season with an option for the following season, and spent time in the Lyngby Academy. So again, that connection to our Danish sister club. Yep. So definitely seems like we're using that as a kind of a pipeline to Europe. So
it's interesting. I know since Tanner's, I don't know where Tanner is these days, but like he's not really in the picture. But remember, he had that like 2-year kind of window. He would often bring people in, and this all just feels very reminiscent of the Tanner approach of like, I mean, these are like 3-year contracts, I guess, 2 years, 3 years. No, I guess 2 years, right? No, 3 years. But anyway, it is reminiscent of that, which I guess works. I don't know.
And finally, we have Heiner Martinez, defender. And if that's not how the first name is pronounced, I do apologize, but it seems to make sense to me. But a defender coming from Uruguay's top flight. It's CA Juventud.
Also
Probably.
not Swedish.
I don't know what accent I was doing there, if I was doing one at all. But anyway, 23 years old, Colombian citizen, and through the 2027-28 season, with options for the next 2 seasons. So
Up to 2030. They're very consistent about that 2030.
ridiculous.
Mm.
Yeah. So,
Well, it can't hurt to get a Martinez in the team, all things being equal.
keeping in mind, I'm sorry, Paul, go ahead.
I was going to say, he's a big guy, too. I think that they had him listed as 6'3" and 175 pounds or something like that. So,
Wow, 6'3".
yeah. He's the Colombian Glesnes there.
And then promoted from Union 2, Stas Korzanowski. That's what I'm going with.
Also not Swedish.
As the resident Pole here, that's what we're gonna stick with. No, actually, dual U.S. and Netherlands citizenship. But 23 years old, forward, and had been playing, like I said, with Union 2. Selected by the Union in the 2024 Super Draft. I didn't even know we bothered to go anymore, but there it is. And played for UPenn, so no more Drexel, but now we have UPenn.
Oh, he's from the same.
Yeah,
what's that?
right next door.
Danny Sapero played for
Next door.
No, did he play for Penn? Whatever.
If I had gone to Penn,
went to UPenn. Are they allowed to do that?
UPenn, the doormat of the Ivies. That's what I was told. When I got in, that's what I was told.
Hashtag humble brag.
Yeah, hashtag didn't go there. So, anyway, so that'll be interesting. Fantastic name, already on board.
Yeah.
And staying. I guess basically anybody I didn't say left would, so we needn't run through all of them, but I do have in here in all caps with question marks and exclamation points. Ali Bedoya.
Yeah, I did not.
No, I
was not expecting that. And, last season was all about this is a season. If we're going to win MLS Cup with Ali Bedoya on our team, we have to do it this year.
Yep.
Well, like any good like heist movie featuring old characters, one more job, right? And
pretty much. And he is already in the few interviews that I have, seen with him, he is already saying, I want that cup. I want that cup. I want that cup. Yeah. And I'm like, wow, okay. It's going to be an interesting year for it, but
it will be.
So we'll see. We'll see what goes on, but I wasn't mad.
It's great to see him back.
Yeah. Yeah. And I suspect, if he has that sort of dual role as kind of a front office something, ambassador, which seems to be, I know he's been doing those podcasts, Paul, that you were mentioning, and some other things. So I think, they can probably draw from some other places for his salary as well. But the fact that he still wants to play, and they are good with that is fine with me.
Absolutely. It's good to have him back. I think he brings some real leadership to the locker. He helps smooth things over, helps build that team camaraderie, which, there is good teams are greater than the sum of their parts, right? And I think he's an ingredient to make that happen. Hopefully, we were all stunned by last year how well things turned out, and see if they can't generate some more of that wonderful chemistry.
Yep.
Yeah, if there's any indication by the overturn and chaos of the all season, then this season coming up, it's going to be pretty good. I don't know.
I'm happy he's there too, just to provide that through line, since we lost at least 3 players who also carried that through line.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm kind of not counting Tai there because he had been with us. He was definitely, a force, but he hadn't been with us for the length of time the other 3 had. But I think it's important to have that. And we joke about Allie being team dad. But I think they've even said that in some of those little videos that they post. I think that's an important figure to have.
Yeah, I mean,
So
Glesnes and Wagner were both there, I believe, for the I believe Wagner was. I know Glesnes was for the 2020 MLS Cup run. I wonder now, is it just leave Bedoya and Blake on the team
That's the
now that we're
senior
there?
guys. Yeah.
I'd have to go through the listing of who was on that roster in 2020, but it's certainly possible that
yeah.
those are the only two that are still on the roster from that magic year.
I mean, in a quick scan, I would think that's true, but I too would have to go through the roster. So yeah, so lots of change.
A lot.
I don't know what to say, because last year felt like a lot of change too. I also know that, one season's performance does not predict the next in any way. Please
Yep.
see LA Galaxy.
Yeah, right.
2 years ago and last year. So I think it's going to be whatever it is.
We're lifting the cup, baby.
I don't know. Oh, geez. Okay.
Paul's calling his shot now. You heard it, February 3rd.
Oh my God.
A year from now, we're going to be talking about wearing that little star on our jersey. And
You guys are exhausting.
and then
I
we
thought
did
I
a
had
podcast
recuperated.
together.
I take the approach of was that
Qualifying.
the piston rod. You just beat the snot out of it. Just say it so much, and when it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But yeah, it's
No,
sorry. It's an engineering story from World War II. Don't worry about it. But
okay. All right.
essentially, I know I winning the cup, and as we talked about before, yes, you can set the team up to be competitive, but you still have to play all the games, and you still have to worry about injuries. You have to worry about sickness. You have to worry about the guys just for whatever reason mentally checking out. There's
Andre Blake
lots.
getting injured.
Stop it.
That happens
Stop
every
it.
year.
Stop it. Oh,
Go
speaking
outside and
of,
spit.
wait,
Go outside and turn around.
Speaking of, they put up a video this week of Quinn doing a ton of rehab. Yeah, let's not forget about Quinn, because that's
right.
There's
big.
a difference maker too, and
Yeah.
he looks really strong now. That doesn't mean he's all ready to go, but I mean
All
he
I'm going to
was.
say, Quinn, is, Lindsey Vaughn just wrecked her
Jesus,
knee,
Mary,
and
Joseph.
she's going downhill in the Olympics. What's your excuse,
Yeah,
buddy?
she's at double your age. Well, maybe not double, but yeah.
You're
Oh,
close.
maybe.
41? Yeah. So yeah, that's right. I forgot all about Quinn. That's I could see like
Yep.
if he's in good health, he's gonna be like full
He-
puppy dog energy. He's gonna want to get out there and just tear it up. And it's almost like, he might be farther ahead now this
Yep.
coming season than if he had just not gotten injured. But
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
just to
we
be
still
clear,
have Quinn.
I
Let's
don't
not.
think the injury was not a good thing at all. But
No. That's not what you're saying. But like, I think it's. I mean, I don't know. It's easy to. I've made that joke about leading the league in low expectations.
and
I
that's
think
got to
that's.
be a t-shirt.
I
Check
think
out
it's
the shop.
true.
Find us at our link tree.
Yeah, find us at our link tree. Pick up your shirt, leading the league and low expectations. But yeah, I think that we have a lot. We still have a lot going for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
It felt in the dark days there when all these news reports were coming out that it was like, what in the world? What are we doing? But
What the
like
hell,
you said,
buddy?
you just never know, and we'll just have to see how it plays out. I mean, we say this every year. Last year, I think we were a little more downcast because we had lost Jim,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
was huge after 10 seasons, 10 years,
Yep.
whatever it happened to be. And we'll have to see. Hopefully, Carnell is in a good spot. He seems to really be in a good place with this team. I don't know. It'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting season, and Scoops was threatening to check out because she didn't want to not know anybody on the team, but I think they've kept enough people that she'll still be
Aw.
interested.
Oh,
Uh,
she'll bounce back.
she
Yeah.
wasn't happy. She wasn't happy about
Yeah.
this.
Scoops is like, I don't want to make new friends.
No,
Yeah,
she doesn't.
I like my old school.
Exactly. She doesn't want to switch schools at this point. So, but I think I think it'll still be an interesting season as it
There's
usually
going to be
is.
a lot of competition for playing time between,
Mm,
I'm just thinking that midfield with
mm,
Sullivan and Vasilev and Olofsky and, obviously you got the two defensive midfielders that you can't not play, Lukic and Danley. And
Yeah.
then, Bueno pushing for time. Like that's a crowded crowd of people that are trying to be in that midfield. That's going to be interesting to see how Carnell balances that out. Make sure nobody gets overused, but gets enough playing time to keep developing players developing.
Well, that's the great thing about Carnell that we saw last season was he can definitely adapt his lineup. He doesn't have to stick with the same players every time and just sub someone in if if they're tired or injured. So I think that'll be interesting, like you're saying, to see. How long do we have Sullivan the Younger for? Is it till he's 18
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
okay.
because when he's 18, then he can actually move overseas and
Okay.
play for Man City.
I knew it was something like that. Yeah. Okay, so gosh, so that means
I think this season and next,
yeah, this season and next, because the following season, he'd be mid-season. Sometime he'll turn 18.
something like that. But either way, I expect that he'll
Yeah.
probably start getting some playing time.
Yeah. So interesting. Okay, well, yeah. So a lot of change. I'd love to hear what you guys think about all this. I know there was a lot of despondency when all those announcements were coming out in December and early January. So uh is that a word? I don't know. It is now.
Despondency.
Despondency. It is now. I've just decided. But online. But I'm curious with some of these new folks, how are we feeling? We feeling like they messed with a running clock or looking forward to some fresh blood.
I'm looking
So,
forward to some fresh blood. I'm
mhm,
hopeful that some of these guys will be contributing. I'm especially hopeful that Alado is going to be worth the money.
mhm,
But obviously till the games start, we won't know. And especially, they've had preseason to get to know each other. They've had preseason to figure out a bit about how the team's going to play together. I don't expect them to hit the ground, flying out the gate necessarily like they did last year.
mhm,
But I hope by April, May, they've kind of found a stride and are competing at a good level.
mhm.
I could be totally wrong about that, but that's my hopes.
What do you think, He?
I like twiddles. Yeah, I was just wondering if it's too early to start talking about hopes and expectations for the season. But yeah, I mean, really, in short, it's kind of like, in some respect, this is not totally unfamiliar territory. I mean, last year with Carnell coming in, it just felt like everything was all stirred up and we didn't know which way was up. We had that, like, how many games into the season do we have to be before we
Yep.
get a sense of, is this even going to work? And then before we know it, we're just like storming up the table. Um, so it feels like that a little bit, in the sense of, this feels like a different team than last season to some measure. But I was saying that a year ago. So I don't know. We could bottom out. We could win the whole thing. I don't know. But I am confident. I'm hopeful, right? But I think maybe this is more about Carnell. This is now his second season. So now he's kind of got something to prove with respect to us, the Philly fans. Like, he came
Mhm,
in as kind of a unknown element, other than his very polarized experience at St. Louis. Um, so now this is kind of, God, I'm really gonna kind of run with this a little bit. Like last season, the playoffs. This was like a little bit of a validation, a exercising of demons, right? Because the last time we went to the playoffs with St. Louis, they got knocked out in the first round. All right, we got one more round in further, but at least he got past that barrier.
Mhm.
Now this season, he's coming in off of a great first season as manager for our team, just like he did the first year with St. Louis. Second year with St. Louis, complete opposite. It went kind of the LA Galaxy route. So here's his chance now to not do that. So
Well, he's
hopefully,
already broken the streak in that we won the Supporter Shield with him, and
yeah,
St. Louis did not.
exactly.
So, I mean, yeah, I know, I yeah, I guess I don't love that. I mean, I know that I'm not saying this to you. I'm just saying that for me personally, I don't love that kind of history repeating itself or thinking that it will
Yeah.
necessarily. Um, so, I'm hopeful that maybe he's learned a lot from that.
Yeah.
And there's probably a myriad of different circumstances around that too. Who knows what was happening on the team at the time. So hopefully, hoping that doesn't happen. So
Yeah, and I think, in the coming weeks, I mean, we don't have that many to go, right? But less than 3 weeks before the first league game. But hopefully we'll get a better sense of
Yep.
what Carnell's going to bring to the pitch this season.
It's interesting because they're done preseason games at this point. Like they're back from Spain, I believe. I don't think they're playing any more games. So I wonder, they're probably going to hit the training grounds a bunch, but it's kind of surprising that they're not running playoff games a little bit later into the preseason. But yeah, I do know they've got. I mean, that first week is going to be busy because they've got Defense Force, DC, and then Defense Force again. So
yeah,
comes fast.
a lot of cool
Mhm.
games. Yeah.
And furious.
So yeah, as you said, they were training in Spain. I apparently they did that last year too, and I completely spaced it.
Yeah.
But impressive for them. They had Vasilev, Iloski, and Lukic on trying Spanish delicacies online, which was pretty entertaining. They were horrified by something that appeared to still have teeth when it was on the plate. So very entertaining to watch. But in other news, some number changes. Iloski is our new number 10.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm
That's
not necessarily mad about that.
No, me neither. I'm trying to think who else would be a
Donovan.
contender for
Quinn.
number 10 though. I don't
I
know.
mean, it'd be him or Vasilev or Iloski. I'm not unhappy with Iloski getting it.
Of those three, I would pick Olasky.
Oh, to me, it's not Vasilev.
No,
I don't
he's
know.
not really that attacking, creative style of player.
He gets in there and mixes it. He's almost like he's got a Martinez vibe, even if he's playing a different position. There's
Yeah, I
something
could see
like
that.
not
Reminds me of
as
like a-
confrontational, but just sort of this chaos engine out there that is actually, doing stuff but looking like he's discombobulated. That's
Chaos
my
Engine,
view.
by the way, also going to be another t-shirt.
What was?
Chaos engine.
See, I kind of see him. I see Vasilev as a better soccer player version of Danny Cruz, who's one of the few players who could tackle a player while he was dribbling the ball.
Little bulldog with revenge facial hair.
No, very stylistic revenge facial hair.
It is revenge facial hair because apparently his sister told him he looked terrible with it.
Oh,
and
yeah,
so he
that's right.
decided to just go whole hog with
Yeah,
it.
well, like any good
Which-
sibling.
Yeah.
You don't like this? All right, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah. So, and Damiani to number 9, which sure, why
sure.
not?
Yeah.
I have no comments.
Yeah, it's what he
yeah.
is. That's his position. Classically, that's that number 9. He's taking ownership of that role. So we'll see what Alado has to say about it, but I'm sure they're figuring it out in preseason.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. So, So hopefully he does take ownership of that role in actuality. But in more, I guess, fashion news now, the XV or 15 kit is being retired. That's been sort of the
Yep.
kit for the last 2 seasons, I guess. 2 seasons? Yeah.
Yep.
So it was issued to mark the 15th season.
Yeah, and they've got the new kit reveal and sale parties coming up. Not this weekend, following weekend.
Yeah, it starts on the 13th and goes through the weekend at various locations around Philly. So you can check the website for all the details. Definitely having it available at the shop, of course, but then some things in Philly, some things at the stadium. So I was actually surprised they kept that more than just the 15th year. So nice kit, but yeah. So, and then I did mention that the now not with our team anymore, Donovan got married, but also Rafa got engaged over the holidays as well. So congrats to him.
Love is in the
Congratulations.
Yeah. Just in time for Valentine's Day. Although they got engaged and married around Christmas, but whatever. Yeah. So guess we've kind of already touched on the fact that our first game is coming up.
And when is that
coming
game?
up. That match is February 18th. And is it? Yeah, it's in Trinidad, where Defense Force is from.
Nice.
And that's the first match, and then, like you said, the 21st against DC. I believe, is that at home? I believe that's home.
No, DC's in DC.
Yeah,
DC's
it's
in DC? Okay. And then our first actual match at Subaru Park will be the second match against Defense Force on the 26th of February. Ouchies.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, and then interesting, our next home, our first regular season home match will be against NYCFC, who, if you remember, knocked us out last year.
Yep.
So that's seems kind of insidious, although the schedule was made before that all happened, but I still choose to believe Don Garber did that to us on purpose. Yeah.
And we'll have a lot more to say about those games as we get closer to it.
Closer, yeah.
I don't think we need to start talking necessarily now about
No,
them,
I think
Gotta save something to talk about next week.
more of a recappy kind of episode, because we were right as we signed off, a lot of stuff started happening. So okay, in non-soccer sports news now, Winter Olympics start this Friday as we record.
Italy, right?
February 6th. Yes, Italy, Milan and Cortina.
Nice.
So Eric's trying to get us dinged by the IOC. But yeah, so hopefully you're not one of those people who prefers the summer to the winter and won't watch winter.
It's objectively true. The Winter Olympics are the best Olympics, and anyone who says otherwise,
it's just
report them to the nearest.
Do you know many people hate on the Winter Olympics? I don't understand.
I know Winter Olympics is the stepchild of international sports. Like nobody, it's not.
It is smaller, and it is
so awesome.
Less inclusive in a way. Just in this, not. I'm not saying that in any political way. I'm just saying, like,
if you're like a tropical country, chances are you're fielding way fewer athletes than during the Summer Olympics.
Yeah, I mean, it could happen.
And it's a good chance that a lot of them are playing, are living in the United States and just happen to grow up near a winter area, but they still have citizenship elsewhere.
Right. So, but
so wait, can we all agree? All three of us prefer the Winter Olympics?
Yes.
I definitely do. Yeah.
I mean, I totally love the summer games too, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But like until the summer games has people surfing and shooting shotguns, you're not going to beat the Winter Olympics.
Skeet surfing? Is that what you're talking about?
Skeet surfing, USA.
Yeah. Exactly. No, but the Winter Olympics are just something just so different and magical, you know. I think it's because the sports are just so something you don't see as often, and it's
Let's
just
go
such a
hurling
treat.
ourselves down a 300-foot, ramp and fly through the air with no parachute
Yeah.
for, hours at a time, apparently, and somehow or another land without dying. Yeah.
Without dying. You know, it's like anybody else who did anything like that, they have a parachute on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
And
for that matter, the people doing downhill skiing may as well be wearing
Oh
parachutes because they're
God,
basically going straight down hills
yeah.
anyways. They're hitting speeds at like, what is it, 120 miles an hour or something
Yeah.
crazy that they hit,
it's
which I think,
horrifying.
yeah, it's and I know we mentioned Lindsey Vonn earlier. She obviously took a spill and she's taken them in the past, and the fact that those people can still get up and have legs that function is amazing.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
And then you see stuff like skeleton and luge. It's like, okay, you remember that bobsled that was hurtling down this track at 80
Too much
miles an hour?
protection.
Exactly. Let's get rid of those flimsy little sides and just, yeah, congratulations. Now you're 4 inches
Yeah.
off the ice, and you're steering with your feet. Look,
Yeah.
we'll see at the bottom.
I mean, skeleton was omitted from the Olympics from something like I don't remember when the Winter Olympics started exactly, but I think they had it in maybe 1 year or two. It was something in like the 30s or 40s.
Somebody
and
die?
Something bad happened, and they didn't bring it back until I believe 2010.
Wow.
Yeah. I remember when they brought it back.
I do feel like a lot of the sports in the Winter Olympics were basically, they're based on a bet.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
A
Except for
vodka-fueled debt. Or
Yes.
bets, I should say, not debt. But yeah.
no, that's it. I mean, we do have ice hockey, and you have the classics, the skating options, the ice skating, for those who like the more established ones, and yeah.
Here's what I'm here for. I'm here for biathlon.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm here for almost anything on a snowboard.
Yes.
Short track speed skating.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
speed
I know
skating.
y'all are, yeah. And then they have a new one this year, which I was watching the explainer for today, which is
awesome.
Skimo, excuse me, which is ski mountaineering,
It's freaking awesome.
where you pretty much have to have your skis on and walk up the mountain, and then take your skis off and walk up a set of steps, and then put your skis back on and continue walking up the mountain a little bit more, and then ski down. And all this is in the space of well, it depends on which event, because of course there's like a relay and there's a this,
Yep.
and but I think a lot of them are very quick, like they're in a space of about 5 minutes. This is
Wow.
all happening. So yeah, I'm kind of stoked to see that.
And I'm going to take a little bit of Eric's thunder there, because the cross country skiing is some of the most entertaining individual sporting ever. I still to this day think that final between was it Norway and Italy, where the Italian skier just refused to take their turn breaking trail, and the Norwegian was like, F you, we're doing this, and just took off and didn't give up the lead for the last mile or whatever it was that race went. What was that, 2002?
Was that Lillehammer? It was either Lillehammer or...
No, Lillehammer's reaching way back. That's the 90s.
Yeah.
This would have been... Yeah.
It was fantastic.
2002 was Salt Lake. It might have been that.
But what was before Salt Lake? Torino?
Nagano.
Maybe it was Nagano?
Oh, it was fantastic though. Like it was a what, a 15K?
It was a 4x10 relay. So
that was a relay? I didn't think that was a relay.
But each guy's got to ski 10K, right? And I remember, so like the quick story. So Norway, Sweden, Finland, they're always the top contenders for the cross country skiing. Italy's always in there, but they that year they tried something different, and they basically they just rode on the backs of the skis of the people in front of them. And there's this etiquette in cross country ski competitions where guy out in front works for a while, steps out of the tracks, the next person takes over, the guy in the front swings out to the back of the group, and you take turns at the front, just
peloton.
like a peloton in cycling.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's no rule that you have to do that. It's just the etiquette. And so the Italians decided, They're not going to do that. They will just stay in the peloton the whole time. And like you said, Paul, it came down to the Norwegian and this Italian in the
And the
last
Norwegian
leg.
would step out of the path, and the
Yeah.
Italian would step right behind him.
And it's like, and the Norwegian guy's like just emphatically pointing at the track, like, you take over, you take over. And you see the Italian guy just saying no. And you see the Norwegian guy shake his head and he gets back into the tracks, takes the lead, and is doing all the work. And finally at the end, the last, like, I think it's about 100 meters, that you come out of these groomed tracks in powder to flat, wide open sprinting space. And the commentators are saying, like, get ready. This Italian's been saving his energy the entire time. And he's just going to take off and leave this Norwegian in the dust. And sure enough, that's what's happened. As soon as they come out in the open, 100 meters to the finish line, Italian guy comes out from behind the Norwegian, starts sprinting, right? And it's that kind of that really, like, looks almost like bird-like, because your legs and everything are just arms are flying out. And this Norwegian Paul, because remember, we were at home and we were watching this. And we were so wrapped up in this. And we're like, come on, Norway. And this Norwegian just explodes with,
you could just
fury.
Feel the anger coming off of him.
It was like, not only was he trying to win, he was trying to right a wrong, to prevent this injustice of, he did all this work and now this Italian guy is going to reap the rewards. And the Italian guy took the lead, but the Norwegian guy with like snot coming out of his nose, just so gross, everything, closing the gap with the Italian, slower so. And then by the finish, it was like mere inches. And the Norwegian guy got his ski over the line first. And it was just like, I remember we're in the living room, like, come on, Norway! Come on, Norway! You know,
it's still one of the best.
Unbelievable.
So you rewatch it, it's worth it.
If you haven't watched the various cross country events, the 4x10 relay is amazing. The biathlon's always a ton of fun. It's just amazing. I still remember I went back to work that Monday morning and we're all in the break room and someone's like, did anyone see the 4x10? We're like, yes. And then it was like, like a 15-minute conversation. Anyway, check it out.
So welcome to amorephillyunion. No, it's worth it because it's a lot of fun to watch. There's always something crazy, happening. Although a few have come close to that. But yeah.
I mean, there have been great stories in ice hockey. There have been great stories in pretty much every sport out there. I mean, we all remember the Jamaican bobsled team the first time they tried that. There's the Olympics give you every 4 years give you a chance to see sports that you never see almost anywhere else, and take advantage of them. Go get your Peacock subscription or trial for the next couple of weeks, and it's a ton of fun.
And I'm sure we're going to be talking about stuff because the opening ceremonies are on Friday, and I'm sure next week we're like, oh my gosh, did you guys see the snowboard cross? Insane. Which is another great event. Those cross events, ski cross and snowboard cross, is just nuts. It's like, well, let's not send one person down. Let's send four people down at the same time. Yeah. Fantastic. Send them down with rifles, even better.
It is one of those things where you're kind of watching for the falls, but at the same point, you don't really want them to fall and hurt anybody.
No. And it's amazing that they don't do it. It's like, how are you guys not dying?
Invalids.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Winter Games, they're just amazing.
Yeah. So we're obviously excited about that. Squee! Yeah, squee. Honestly, it was like, I don't know when it was late last year that I realized this was the Winter Olympics year, and I could not have been happier.
It's like finding out,
for the soul.
Yeah, it's like finding out that, I don't know, Christmas is coming early. It's like, wait, the Winter Olympics are this year. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Light the fires.
Of Gondor?
Whatever you got. It's like I made you in a lab.
All right. Well, so obviously we're excited about the Winter Olympics. We highly recommend. I think that's if we have a recommendation for the week, which it is not a thing that we do, but we're doing it. We're
going to plug the Winter Olympics.
We're going to plug the Winter Olympics this week.
Yeah. Like Peacock's like $6-7 a month, so just go ahead and splurge.
Something like that. It's
Treat
fine.
yourself.
It is a good way to explore the weirdo sports too, like the things that are on at 3 a.m. on if you are watching some other, version of NBC.
And look, curling. What sport is better
Yes.
than where the actual athletes could be like your accountant, your dentist,
And they may as well be out there with a beer in their other hand.
yeah, like any like Olympic sport, exactly, Paul, that you could play with a beer in your hand and still be an Olympic athlete. The Summer Games doesn't have anything like that. That's
Chef's kiss.
one more check mark in the win column for the Winter Games.
Very inclusive.
When you're wearing your kit, your jersey, and like Molson is one of your sponsors, and like
You're doing something right.
and like whatever those purple seat cushion pads, it's like, yeah, that's my jam.
Christy is currently just hiding her face.
It's funny because I'm just as excited as these guys are, but they're just maybe I'm one hair less ridiculous. I don't know.
And I know you put in the notes what's your favorite sport. I can't pick one. Like biathlon rocks.
Oh, that's why I had to list.
The idea of like, skiing that hard for that far and still somehow or another being able to hold a gun steady to hit a target is just absurd. The ski jump,
that's
how?
superhuman.
How do you do that?
Yeah.
And then just all of the snowboard and half pipe events is absurd.
I mean, if you're not at least doing a 720, it's not even worth it. Like it's just the level has just.
If you're not 20 foot up over the coping, doing more spins than Tony Hawk has done his entire career.
Yeah.
It's just wow. It's insane. Yeah. But no, then that's not the takeaway. Like I mentioned hockey a couple of times, bobsled, figure skating, just so much great entertainment.
Yeah.
Mm. I used to be hardcore figure skating too,
yep.
Up until, I don't know, a few Olympics ago. And then I all of a sudden just shut off. I was sort of done with it. But I mean, it's still not denying its athleticism and all that stuff. It just, my attention just switched, I guess, to something else. But that's always an interesting thing to see too. But anyway, so I guess we've covered the Winter Olympics possibly more than the Union.
No.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, so we're back, guys. Whether you like it or not, we're back.
Season 4.
Which is ridiculous, but here we are.
Nuts.
But yeah, so we're so glad to have you. Let us know your thoughts and feelings for this coming season.
How was your Christmas?
Did you get any Union gear?
Yes. Share all the news since, I guess, mid-December. Anything you want. And let us know what your favorite Olympic sport is, preferably winter, but if you must do summer, you can do that as well.
Summer's great too.
Soccer's in summer.
Summer's, yeah.
Winter Olympics is not a no, but it's a yes and.
Mm-hmm. They're so inclusive anyway. They'll include the summer games.
Yeah.
Just be careful. The swimming can be tough in the winter.
Water polo is going to be kind of rough.
Oh my God. All right. I'm going to end it here because the boys are punchy. So that our website is amorephillyunion.com. You can send us questions via email or on our socials, especially Insta, which is where we hang out the most. And we'll be sure to include them on the pod. You can email us at pod@amorephillyunion.com. Reach us at Instagram, YouTube, Threads, and Blue Sky at amorephillyunion. We also have a Spotify playlist under the same name, but it's a playlist and it has musical notes. And if you can't find it, because I understand they have some interesting indexing rules, you can find it in our link tree. So you can get it that way. You can check out our online store. There's a link right smack dab in the middle of our website homepage, or also via our link tree.
And it sounds like there's going to be a couple of things added soon enough.
I'm going to revisit it soon. So, I mean, check it out. But when I get some time, it needs an update. And so when we get that, I will definitely make a big announcement for that. But check it out nonetheless.
So, yes, do that. And also download and subscribe to our podcast wherever you get yours, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, TuneIn, all the places, all the things. That's where we are. And while you're at it, please show some love to one of our favorite forces for good in the world, the Philadelphia Union Foundation. You can check them out at philadelphiaunionfoundation.org. They do a lot for Chester and Delco and Philadelphia in general. And
it's a new year. So,
we're very supportive of their efforts. A lot of times when sports teams come into places, they say they're going to improve the area, and they doesn't really make that much of a difference. And I think these guys are really trying to. So check them out when you can. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in for another episode of amorephillyunion, our first for 2026. We are your hosts. I'm C.
I'm E.
And I'm Paul. Go
Union.
and the USA. It's just simply Alt-Shift-5, Christy. I mean, how do you not know that it's Alt-Shift-5?
Don't make me flick you off.
I'm gonna alt shit
this
five
early in
my
the pod.
pants.
Oh, God. Why are we doing this again?
I mean, if you like, you're not even trying, Christy. Alt-Shift-5. I don't know what to tell you. Just Alt-Shift-5.
I think that's the motto for this season. Alt shit 5. Alt shit.
If you just can't do it, I'm reading the instructions right here. It's not my fault if you can't understand what I'm saying.
Can you quit if it hasn't even started yet? Can you?
That was my little tribute to Catherine O'Hara there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I literally just wrote a note here to make a comment about Catherine O'Hara.
I can't tell you everything. Can you tell me one thing?
One of the best lines, and he gives it so well.
If you say fold the cheese one more time,
So help me.
I don't know how I could be any more clear, David.
I don't know how to fold broken cheese.